What is going on? How's it going, everybody? In this video, we're going to be reviewing the Aniioki AQ177 ProMax. This bike has got a lot of hype behind it, so stay tuned for some insane range and speed tests just to see if it's true. Let's check it out.
I spent my whole life chained to the wall, hungry for more, not afraid to fall. Had to cut a man down to get where I am, but someone had to tumble and someone had to stand. Don't try to fight, there's nothing you can do. I'm gonna run all over you. It's too late to try, there's nothing you can do. I'm gonna run all over you. I'm looking for new blood. And nothing's gonna stop me now. Nothing's gonna stop me. Looking for new blood. Most of my life was heavy and hard. So many days, so many scars, but it was all of those years to make who I am,
Hey, this is Nelson with the E-Ryders channel. Thanks for joining us. I just want to give a shout out to Aniioki for sending us out the AQ177 ProMax for testing and review. So this is what the box looks like when it comes in, all wrapped up in styrofoam sheets and styrofoam blocks. First thing you do is just remove all the loose stuff from the top. And right away you got a box, and inside that box you got a huge headlight. And I love these style headlights, by the way. Remind me of the old cafe racing motorcycles. Alright, and there's another box also inside, and it has the accessories and some tools. So we have the pedals, we have a multi-tool and a wrench, and some more wrenches in there too. Alright, and you also have the manual for the bike. Alright, in this white box, we have the charger. It's a big charger because it is a very big battery to charge. Now, this is also an 8 amp charger, in case anyone was wondering. That's like 4 times the amperage of a regular charger for a bike. And as you can see, everything's all wrapped up. Every inch of the frame is covered, so it's great for protecting the bike and shipping. Kind of tucked in the fender underneath there, underneath the rear rack, for the front fender, underneath the rear rack. Alright, so we're going to take the battery out, just so that this makes it easier for us to maneuver the bike around while we assemble it, because it is a very heavy battery. Like I said, it's like having 4 batteries in one. That is a 60 amp battery. Now the average e-bike is like 15 amps, so yeah, it's like 60 amps, so like 4 batteries. First thing we want to do is remove the clamp for the front handlebars. Line up the handlebars in the middle there, and then put the bracket back on. Tighten it up, or wait until you get the front tire on to tighten everything up. That's up to you. Now, speaking of front tire, a couple things to take off. Remove that little that spacer there between the forks, and also the spacer between the hydraulic brakes. Now we can put the front tire on. Just line up the front axle and the disc rotor, and the fork should fall right on top of the axle there. Watch out for the space. For the washers. Speaking of washers, the washers on each end, they do have a notch that fits into a hole right on the fork there. So make sure that goes right in the hole to keep it secure, and just tighten everything up on both ends. Alright, so we're just going to put the battery back in since we got the kickstand down and everything pretty much put together. And you just turn the key to make sure it's locked in there. Alright, that's what it looks like so far, all put together. We do have a couple more things like the headlight and the front fender. Just take that one screw out and then grab your light, line it up with the screw hole, and then also get the fender and use the fender on the same screw, and just tighten everything up. Alright, now for the fender stays, one on each end. Alright, now it does come with a seat if you want to use the seat. They also sell a basket on their website, by the way, too, if you're interested. Now for the pedals, lefty-loosey. So left is screwed on counterclockwise and the right is screwed on clockwise. Just tighten both of them up. Don't forget to put air in the tire before riding. Alright, so that's what the AQ177 ProMax looks all put together, sitting on some 20x4 CST fat tires. Look at that battery compartment right there. That is a 48 volt 60 amp lithium battery. Now you can actually upgrade it to a 52 volt if you want and still have 60 amps. That would be insane. Definitely, I've never seen anything like this before. Love the fact that it's unique in that way. Going on down to the back, you got yourself a Shimano derailleur system. Nice brand name. Also, just above that, you got some huge rear spring shocks, and they're on both sides of the rear. So you have front suspension and rear suspension. Also, you got plastic fenders in the front and back, and also in the back you have a tail light, a brake light, but it's also turning signals as well. So it's all three wrapped up in one little light in the back. And of course, you got that nice padded rear rack seat. Moving on down, you have a huge 1,000 watt motor that peaks at 1,200 watts. 1,000 rear hub motor, guys, insane. You have nice big hydraulic calipers and huge thick disc rotors as well for great stopping power. All right, now here you have the hydraulic brake lever. You have the switches for your turning signals, left to right. You also have an electronic horn button down there. Not a fan of the hand grips, though, to be honest with you. I think they could have done a little better on the hand grips. Just so you know, this is a NFC key card lock and unlock type of situation where you need the key card there to unlock the bike, to even have the display come on to use the electrical power of the bike, which is cool for security reasons. I love it. And on the other side, you got your 7-speed thumb shifter, and you have a half twist throttle, and your front suspension. Down below is lockout and preload, and you got that huge headlight, which I love this style, and it puts out a lot of power too. All right, well that's the components. Let's go ahead and test this thing and see what numbers we can get. Alright, so this is a Class 3 bike, so know your local laws. Now on Pedal Assist 5, we hit speeds as high as 35 miles an hour. Very impressive. And here we are on throttle. Usually most bikes will cap you at 20, 25-ish. We hit a high speed of 30 miles an hour on throttle. Now, it wouldn't be a complete test unless we tested out the suspension, and as you know, it has 2 rear shocks, spring shocks, and also front suspension. So we took it off-road, and we wanted to see what this bike could do suspension-wise, because it is a heavy bike, coming in at about 112 pounds. We hit the rocks, all the bumps, and it held up very, very well. Very impressive. Now we also wanted to do a hill climb test, and not just on a flat road either. We wanted to do it off-road to see how it would handle. And as you can see, this is a very steep hill. You can barely see the top of the hill at the horizon there. And this bike did climb the hill with no problem whatsoever. Now this is a 25 amp controller on the bike, and this is a 48 volt system with the 60 amp. You can actually upgrade it to a 52 volt. Also the 60 amp system, so you might get a better torque also getting up the hill. Now during our range test, we first documented our 20 miles, and of course it's a full bar. That's to be expected with the 60 amp. We weren't expecting much here. Here we are at 40 miles, and it's still a full bar on the display. We haven't lost anything. Here we are at 53 miles, still a full bar. Now most e-bikes, average e-bikes, they'd be dead by now. Most e-bikes couldn't even handle, 50 miles. So we still have a full bar. Unbelievable. All right, next we are at 76 miles, and we still have a full bar. We have not lost a bar yet. 102 miles, and yes, we finally lost 1 bar. Now this is about what you'd probably get if you just did throttle only 100 miles. All right, 200 miles, and we're down to the last bar. Insane. Craziness. Well, here's the final tally for miles. We have 205 miles with 205 and a half, and that's on pedal assist, and it shows that we have 1 bar left. That's got to be almost dead because we went from going over 25 miles an hour to 20, and then down to 15. That's when I realized it's starting to slow down. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call this pretty much drained already, because I didn't want to get stuck out there and it's only doing like 5 miles an hour. So pulled in now because it's definitely pretty much almost drained completely. I wish there was a percentage meter on there somewhere, but anyway, this is an unbelievable ride. I could not believe we got that many miles out of this bike, so that's pretty cool. Really, really cool. All right, guys, so you guys know how excited I am about this bike and the range and the speeds that it can do, but there's something else to be excited about now too. Going to their website, you can see that the price is $400 to $500 off the regular price. Now that's due because it's November. It's Black Friday sale. The holidays are coming, so this price will go up. Looks like on their website it ends on 12/1, December 1st. So take advantage of it now. If this is a bike that you might be interested in, you want to hit 200 miles in range and go over 30 miles an hour, this is the bike for you with full suspension, turning signals. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Check this bike out. I'll put links down below in the description of this video, and also any promo codes that I might have to save you even extra money. Looking at their website here, they also have a few different colors. They have white, black, and gray. And also down below, just below that, you have different battery options. Of course, I was reviewing the 48 volt 60 amp, but again, like I said, you can upgrade to the 52 volt. Now that's even more insane because you're gonna get better torque and more power. I can't imagine this being any better than what it already is, except for maybe having an extra motor up front. It's got a 1000 rear hub motor already, 1000 watt, that comes out I think 1200 at peak. If they had another 1000 watt motor up front, oh my goodness, making an all-wheel drive vehicle with this battery range, I would love it. But anyway, take advantage of this. I can't hype this up anymore. It definitely lives up to the hype that I've heard about for the last year or so. Very impressed with the AQ177 ProMax. Also, I'll put the links down to their Facebook and their YouTube channel too. So if you want to watch other videos on their channels, go ahead and check that out. If you like e-bikes in this video, hit that like button and subscribe for future content. This is Nelson with E-Ryders. Thanks for watching.